Mr. Celestine, in that case, you are charged with the third-degree felony offense of deadly conduct, discharging a firearm, from March 22nd of 2024. And how do you plead to that charge?
Guilty.
And do you understand, if I follow the agreement that you've made with the district attorney, that you'll be waiving or giving up any right to appeal?
Yes, ma'am.
And it looks like it's the same as what was in the other case that we're going to talk about today, which is a 7-year deferred probation, a $500 fine, and you would be required to follow all of the rules and conditions of probation. Is that your understanding?
Yes.
It's admitted. Is there any evidence that Mr. Celestine's not competent? All right, then I'm going to find that you entered your plea of guilty freely and voluntarily. Find that your mental...
The moment you hear deadly conduct involving a firearm, you know this isn't a minor mistake. In many states, this charge can carry years behind bars. The real question is, did this young defendant already realize he needed to make a deal before walking into court?
Competent, and you understand the nature and the consequences of that plea. So I have received in cause number 24 DCCR 1303 the pre-sentence report. You had already were here, entered a plea of guilty to deadly conduct, discharging a firearm in that case. Has everyone had an opportunity to review that pre-sentence report? And then I also received a number of letters of support for Mr. Celestine, and has everyone had an opportunity to review those as well?
Yeah.
Are there any additions or corrections to that pre-sentence report?
Not for the defense.
And for the state judge, other than to respectfully request of the court that this obviously very young individual who's committed a first-degree felony right out of the gate be at the very least sentenced to ISF as a condition. I'm sorry, third degree.
2 third degrees.
A guilty plea this quickly almost always signals a negotiated agreement, but don't mistake probation for getting off easy. One wrong move over the next 7 years could erase every benefit of this deal. If you were in his position, would you take the plea or risk a trial? Let me know below.
Do you think getting that all over your neck is going to help you get a job, or do you think it's going to hurt you when you're trying to get a job? It would hurt you.
Well, what I'm doing right now, that's what I was planning on doing. But not just still in court, it's like a family business. I planned on doing that.
Right? Do you think it makes people comfortable if you show up and look like that in their homes? And look, I have a tattoo. Do you see it? Is it all over here? What if that pool company falls through? What if you need another job? Right? You got to think about those things.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to do in each of...
Now the hearing shifts from legal arguments to personal accountability. Judges often look beyond the crime itself. They're trying to determine whether the defendant is capable of changing. At just 19 years old, every answer matters.
In that case, and follow all of the rules and conditions of probation. One of the conditions of probation in these cases, in each of them, is that you're going to enter and successfully complete the cognitive track of the ISF program. So that's a 90-day program that is in custody. So you're going to go from the jail to that program. And it is designed to help you make better decisions. All right? You need to take advantage of it. You're still young. Today's opportunity is an opportunity of a lifetime for you because you don't have a felony conviction on your record. There are people who will not let you go to your house, regardless of who you're working for, if you are a convicted felon.
Yes,
Do you understand? So even if it's a family business, you might not be able to work for that business if you have a felony conviction. So if you do everything that you're supposed to while you're on this probation, then you will, at the end of the probation, both of these cases will be
This conversation isn't really about tattoos, it's about perception, responsibility, and the long-term consequences of today's decisions. The judge is reminding him that life after court can be just as challenging as the sentence itself. Do you agree with her approach, or should appearance stay completely out of the discussion?
dismissed, and you will never have a felony conviction on your record. The other side to that in each of these cases is if you violate the probation, you're right back here in court, and you could be sentenced to prison. Number one, be convicted, obviously, in both cases, and sent to prison for up to 10 years in each case. Do you understand? A condition of your probation in each of these cases also is that you are not allowed.
Hey Race, the biggest turning point in the entire hearing. Deferred probation is more than a sentence, it's a second chance. Complete every condition successfully and he avoids having a felony conviction on his record, but if he slips up, prison is waiting. That's an enormous amount of pressure.
To have any type of firearm. Do you understand? Not on your person, not in your car, not at your home. Period. No firearm. Do you understand? I'm going to hand you the trial court certification in each of your cases that shows these were agreements that I followed, and so you've waived your right to appeal. Probation will go over some paperwork before they take you back today, and then you'll go to ISF hopefully very soon.
The judge ends with a crystal clear warning: no firearms, no violations, and absolutely no second chances. Today's hearing wasn't just about punishment, it was about deciding whether this 19-year-old walks toward a future or back into a courtroom. Do you think he'll successfully complete probation, or will we see him back before the judge? Share your prediction in the comments.